What I'm gonna do for my cyst, I'm gonna figure out my gut health. I'm gonna start 75 hard. I'm gonna move out and then move in to his house. And yeah, I'm really stoked. I am out of breath, holy crap. I'm always in the kitchen or something, but I moved part of my couch into my room because my bed's too high, and then there's nothing, like no chair that I had that was like a good enough height for that. Okay, so I'm going to look at my notes because I kind of suck at this kind of thing, and I always tell myself like I'm gonna make a video, but as we know, I never do. So I wrote a bit, no, I said film video. Film about my stomach issues. So that's what I'm gonna do. I started having stomach issues in, I wouldn't say July because I started, okay, so I started birthing control in July of this year, 2020, or 2023, July 2023, I started birth control. Because I was pregnant, obviously, for 9 months, and then she was almost a year old. Started having like a lot of discharge, like an insane amount, and I thought there was something wrong with me. So I went to the doctor and they're like, I don't really know, we can put you on birth control, maybe that'll help. And so I was like, okay, like sure, like maybe that'll help. So I started taking birth control, and or I went to go pick up my pill to start taking the birth control, and I started my period the day before. And so I was like, okay, so it was a perfect time. I started my birth control right away, but that was my first period in almost 2 years, and so I think my body was just kind of thrown off because like hadn't had a period in 2 years, and then my hormones were changing a lot, and then boom, I started birth control. And so I'm not sure if that's kind of like where this all started. My period started to be was regular again. My acne was going away. I felt fine, and then in about September, October, I have no idea what happened. I started gaining weight, I started breaking out, and my mood swings were insane. I never have mood swings. Like, well, I do, I'm a woman, like what can I say, I'm gonna have them, but not as bad, like so bad where I wanted to throw things at the wall. Obviously nothing to hurt my daughter, I would never do that. But I was like super angry, and like to a point where I was like, everyone stay away from me. I hate it here. I didn't like it. I have never had that experience before. So that was red flag number 1 for me. And then before my period, I started having some pain, and I couldn't eat anything, like nothing. My appetite had completely gone away, and I was like, I feel like I'm pregnant again. Like I hadn't felt that nauseous, and I hadn't had that horrible of food aversions since I was pregnant. And so I was super weirded out, kind of scared, like why am I having these mood swings? Why is my appetite going away? My period was only 2 days, so that was really nice. But I was started having random cramping and stuff, and so I was like, do I need to call the doctor to tell them? Probably should have, but I was like, I'm not scheduling an appointment so they can talk to me like, are you depressed? Like, no, I don't want to go have those conversations and then just tell them, oh well, we can switch to a different birth control. Like, no. And so I stopped taking birth control, and I felt really good. Like I really started to feel a lot better. I wasn't having those mood swings, I wasn't having nearly as bad food aversions or nausea, anything. My period was still regular. It was only a couple of days, and so I was like, oh perfect, like I'm doing really well. So I felt good for, so I started taking it in July, started having all this weird stuff in like September, and then October, November, probably December-ish after, because I stopped in October for birth control, October, November, December. So the last like the 2 or 3 months after I stopped taking birth control, I was like, I started to have these random pains, and I was like, but only on my right side. And I was like, literally, what is wrong with me? Like, if it's not one thing, it's the next, and it's not the next thing, it's the next. And I'm like, there's something wrong with me. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's really making me angry. Can't lose weight. I'm going to the gym all the time. I'm eating really well, more well than I have in my entire life. I was exercising, and my skincare, I was on top of my skincare, but I'm still breaking out, and I don't know why. And obviously I have those 2 little black hairs that have grown on my chin pretty much my whole teenage life up until now, 25. So like at least 10 years I've had these little chin hairs. And I guess if we're going way back, they thought I had PCOS and all this other stuff because I had horrible acne, had the dark hairs on my chin, weight gain, all that other stuff. So they thought initially when I was like 17 that I had PCOS, and then they kind of ruled it out, went on birth control and Accutane, and nothing ever came of it. My acne had gone away, and so that was that. So I guess that could be like a precursor to this. So now, 2 years after I've gotten pregnant, I start, like I said, I start to develop all these weird things, birth control, and then I started having this pain on my right side only. I'd feel it when I was having sex, or if I was working out, like doing leg raises and stuff, and I'm like, wow, like that hurts like really bad, and I don't know why. So I had an appointment scheduled for February for my well woman check, and so I went over all of this stuff and like this entire story, and didn't tell her about the chin hairs, and she goes, you don't happen to have black chin hairs, do you? And I'm like, well, yeah. And she goes, well, the way that you're explaining it, like your pain is random points of the month, I think you might have an ovarian cyst. And I was like, they thought that when I was younger. There's no way, like there's no way that I have a cyst. But I'm like, whatever. And she's like, well, doing her check, and then she puts her hand up there, and then she pushes from the outside. You know, if you've ever had a pap smear or your well woman check, you know what I'm talking about. But like, she pushed down on my left side, and I was like, oh, that's not bad. And then she pushed down my right side, and I was like, yeah, that's painful, like that's really painful. And she goes, yeah, I definitely think you have one. I'm gonna get you an ultrasound and have your blood taken to see if you have a thyroid issue, or if you do have an ovarian cyst. And I'm like, well, yay, that's what I get to look forward to. So first of all, I hate getting my blood drawn. I would have a baby 10 times over rather than getting my blood drawn. Maybe call me crazy, I don't know, but I hate it. Anyways, so that was that. A few days later I went back, I had an ultrasound, and I had my blood drawn. Then like a week later I got all my labs back, and it to be that all of my levels are normal, so it's like not a thyroid thing. And the day after I got all my blood work back, and I did a pee test, I read my results. So I haven't had an appointment or a follow-up visit with my doctor, but I kind of wanted to make this video for like myself, just like track my progress, and like maybe other people have gone through this, I don't know. So I read the results from the radiologist, I think that's what you call him, yes, and it said that I do have a cyst on my right ovary, and it's 2 centimeters. I don't know if that's big, if that's small, but it said in there that it's not harmful, it's fluid filled, no signs of PCOS, all that other stuff. So far reading that result, I think I'm good, but I guess we will see in the next couple of weeks after I have an appointment with my doctor and go through all the results and see like what she recommends next steps. Because first of all, I don't know how to get rid of them. I don't want it to grow. I want to have more babies. So yeah, makes me a little tad nervous because I don't want to go back on birth control, but like I've heard that's like one of the ways to get rid of it. I don't know, kind of worried, kind of not worried, staying hopeful, because I know there are those poor women who have PCOS and struggle with that. So I'm sure that's like 100 times harder than this. And how how it happens, I don't understand. Like, how do you just get a cyst? Like, how do you just, I don't know, like they thought my whole life that I had it and I didn't have it and I've never had one, and then boom, I have one. Like, I don't know, like my periods have never been regular in my life and I've always had cramping and stuff, but like now that they are regular and I have a little less cramping, now I have one. Don't ask me, I don't know. I'm sorry, I keep looking out the window because it's like talking to someone's face and I can't always stare them in the eye. I will do a follow-up video of my next appointment with my doctor and kind of like go over what she tells. So it'll probably be a short video. And again, I'm doing these videos, I think, for myself. I mean, it'd be sweet if people watched, but I like look back at little small videos of my life and I'm like explaining these things and I'm like, you know, I wish I had like a whole video diary, and what a better place than to just do it on YouTube, right? So anyways, maybe I'm weird, but so I'll follow up with that. And with that pain, I have been eating, since I've been eating well and doing all this other stuff, I've been having horrid stomach pains. I've been constipated. I don't know what I can and cannot eat to get rid of this stomach pain, and it's like right here. So I know that if it's right there, like I have to poop, but like I can't. And I've never like had that in my life. So like all these things just like are snowballing and like just super weird. Stomach problems went away, but like it did in the sense like before my period, but now it's just like straight up stomach pains every day of the week, every hour. Like I don't know what's wrong with me. I drink plenty of water. I cut out gluten. I don't do dairy. Like I started cutting out all these things because I'm like, maybe that's an issue. But then I eat the good stuff and I still don't feel good, and so I'm like, maybe I'm allergic or intolerant to a vegetable that I'm eating, and so I just don't know. And I'm tired of playing the guessing game because I get hungry and I need to eat. Like I'd rather, I guess, be hurting because I ate versus hurting because I didn't eat. I don't really know, because I'm going to the gym and I want to like keep my protein and try to do my macros and like all that other jazz, but I'm just getting super frustrated with how I'm feeling because we know that food is a good part of how our energy and our life goes, you know, eating the right foods. So I ordered this test for gut health, and so it tests your stool, your saliva, and your blood. I think those are the only three. There might be four, but I'm not sure on the fourth one if there is a fourth. And so I'm doing that in a few days. My results back in like, I'm gonna say like 3 to 4 weeks at the minimum. So then I will know all the foods that I should avoid, I can go to town on, or I should limit. So I am very excited about that. So again, I'll make another video on the gut health test and see if that starts helping me, because if it does, oh my god, I'm already so excited. I'm just so excited thinking about it. So that is that. And the other thing that is happening in the next month is I'm moving out of my lovely house. I'm so sad. Like, I'm sad because I just bought it and it's so cute and cozy, and I've just painted and made it mine, and like I didn't have to worry about renting because I've always rented, you know, and so it's nice to like do your own little touch-ups to the house and don't have to worry about like renter policies and all that other stuff. So I really made the house mine. But I have been seeing somebody for the last 7 months, and I mean, we've known each other for 5 years, and so it's not like, oh my god, we're just moving in together. But when you know, you know. Like, oh my god, I love him. He's great. We wanted to move in here, but it's 2 bedrooms. My closet right there is not even big enough for all of my clothes. There's no storage. He has an at-home gym and all that other stuff. So it can't be in my house. My house is way too small. And so we're going over to his house, and we're going to have a renter in my house, and we're just gonna go from there. Like, I'm really excited. Month I will be moving all of my stuff out of here and into there, and we're just gonna kind of make it our own over there. My daughter's getting a big girl bed. She's only a year and a half, but I don't know. Anyways, so big things. We're moving out of here, we're moving in over there, so scenery is gonna change, and I'm really nervous because I don't film in front of him or in front of anybody, and I don't really tell anybody about my videos, so that might be a little awkward. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Might be doing it in my car. I don't know. I work from home, so I can do that like during Lennon's nap times. Like right now she's napping, so this is where I'm doing it. But one of the other things that's happening, I have an interview for a job at the state, working for the state on Monday. Interview, so whether I get that or not, fingers crossed, because I'm not trying to work for the county anymore. I didn't say that. I really love my job, like I really do. It's allowed me to stay home and do things that no other single mother could have done for the first year of their child's life. So for that, I am so grateful, and I'm sad to be leaving it because I don't know, I'm comfortable in it. It has its ups and downs, of course, like every other job, but I feel like this will be a good chance and an opportunity for me to grow in my career and do that, and it's 100% work from home. Instead of I would love an office, but like I love working from home too. So yeah, moving out, interviewing for a new job, and on April 1st, Taylor and I, yes, both of our names are Taylor, but we are starting 75 Hard. He is doing it for his 3rd time, and I am like, he's finished it like fully to its potential twice, and he's done like the second and third. I don't know, there's like a lot of stages to it, but he's done them. This man is very disciplined, so we love that. And but I am going to hopefully complete it for my first time, and we're gonna do it together. So I'm really excited about that, and since we'll be living together, it'll be easier to do it together. And so that's another thing I want to film, is our 75 Hard journey. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every week or like a weekly, what do you want to call it, like a weekly roundup, a week in my life of the first week of, you know, like stuff like that. Those are some of the things that are coming this month, and I wanted to make this video because for once in my life I feel like I have like a series or like something that I can talk about, and whether you can relate to it or not, I don't know, but it's fun. Like, this is just fun for me. Like, that is a little life update. What I'm gonna do for my cyst, I'm gonna figure out my gut health. I'm gonna start 75 Hard. I'm gonna move out and then move in to his house, and yeah, I'm really stoked for some warm weather. And if you're just starting your YouTube, you know what, girl, guy, you know, whoever you are watching, just freaking do it, because I live in the most undesirable town probably in the world. It's to like -50. It's boring. There's nothing to do. There's no mountains, there's no lakes, there's no water, there's nothing. There is nothing. So I'm like, maybe I need to like take up knitting or something, because I need a hobby. I think I need to start reading. But anyways, like, I just feel like my life, like I said, is undesirable, but I feel like in a way my life is more relatable than somebody who lives in a New York apartment or a cute little house in Hawaii, you know. Like, we ain't all that fortunate, you know. So I always say that I'm gonna start this when I travel, or when I have this exciting thing happening in my life. And these things are not exciting, but they're things who are me. And yeah. Okay, I'm done talking now, I think. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.